Hello girls, I hope you remember all the concepts we learned in digital system last semester. So till designing part we did, that means whatever input, if we know the input given to the circuit and we know what output is expected, based on that we will be able to design a circuit with the help of K-maps, simplification of K-maps. Then we'll get an equation, and based on that equation we identified how circuits can be drawn in the form of gates or the flip-flops. Okay, now the next step is, if I have a circuit design in my hand, how I can have an implementation of that circuit with me. So for that we need a digital trainer kit. So this is what the digital trainer kit is, which will have a power plug to it. We have a power switch over here. So this is on now. Now here, as we know that for digital circuit we have some input and output. So these are the keys which provides inputs, and here we'll be getting the outputs. You see the names digital outputs and digital inputs over here. As it is digital thing, so we'll have 0 and 1. This is 0, input 0, this is input 1. Same way we'll see the outputs in the form of zeros and ones. If we wish to have it in the form of 0 to 7 segment display, that is 0 to 8, that can be seen over here. Now these are the sockets, 6 sockets we can see here. Those are there to mount some ICs. I hope you remember the 8086 IC that you learned in COA, that is a 40 pin IC. I hope you remember what 40 pin IC means. So here in this 6 sockets we can mount 6 different 20 pin IC. That means the ICs with maximum 20 pins can be mounted on it. So you can see the numbers over here. Now for every IC, now we have different gates to be used for implementation of circuits: AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, XOR gate. So whatever ICs or whatever gates or the flip-flops we are using, for that dedicated ICs are there. So here you can see the chart. Now here, for implementation of this, we'll need the ICs and the charts to refer. That is, if I am using an AND IC, the number of AND IC is 7408. Again, it is 16 pin IC. 15 pin IC 1 to 14 pin IC 1 to 14. So here for every IC, the important thing is we have to read it the way it is given in the form of this chart. So whatever IC we have here, I have kept few ICs. So if this is an IC, on this IC it is not visible properly here because we are keeping a video, but if in real you can see some number mounted or written over here. So that gives me an idea about this IC number 7408. So based on that I can identify which type of gate it is having built in this particular IC. So to read, as this chart suggests, that here you can see the notch, semicircle notch. So the same way we have to hold this IC. Here it is a semicircle notch is present over here. If I hold this IC the same way it is, so here again this is an AND IC. So I'm holding this IC in my hand, keeping this semicircle notch upward side. So this will be my first pin, second pin, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and 7. Likewise, I will have 14 different pins on this particular IC. Now, what my first pin suggests for this 7408, this is input, this is second pin is output, and third pin is again, wait, I'll show you how the internal architecture is. For every AND gate, we have 2 inputs and 1 output, right? So that means for single AND gate, I'll need 3 different pins. Now here, if I have 14 pin IC, and remember, for each and every IC 2 pins are always reserved. One is for ground and one is for VCC to get its action or operation done properly. Every IC has ground and VCC. Unless and until we connect them to ground and VCC, it won't get its operation. So now 2 pins are subtracted. So out of 14, 2 are reserved for ground and VCC. So remaining are 12 pins for this particular IC. So if I have one AND gate which needs 2 inputs and 1 output, so on this IC, how many AND gates I can have? 4 AND gates. Okay. So and the combination will be like this. So 2 inputs, 1 output. So similarly, if I use this 1 and 2 as input, my output will be obtained at 3. So if I connect input to 1, input to 2, for this input combination, I will be getting my output to pin 3. Now coming towards the next combination, 4, 5 are the input pins for which I will be getting the output to pin 6. Now here, if again you have to concentrate on the numbering given in this particular chart, because we are going to refer these charts for implementation of all the circuits. I will be getting all the IC architectures charts with me, and referring to them I will be implementing my circuits. So here for the third combination, 9 and 10 are inputs for which I will be getting 8 as an output. So same way I have to read all the ICs here in our syllabus, right? So I will just give you an idea about the basic idea about particular IC, how it is mounted on this particular trainer kit, and how I can get the work done. Okay, so as I said, this is the slot on which, or the socket in which I am going to mount this particular IC. Again, for mounting this, I have to keep this semicircle notch at the topward side. Now just keep it in this, slightly hold it, and this notch has to be made horizontal, so it will be fixed in this particular socket. Okay, so this way 6 different ICs you can mount. Now this is what AND IC is. So we know the truth table of AND gate. If I provide inputs to, now I will be having 1, 2 as input, third will be output, 4, 5 as input, 6 will be output. If I read this particular chart, I know the 7th is a ground pin, 8, 9, 10 are not present. Okay, so now coming towards this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now after that it has the 8th pin as the right bottom corner. So here exactly the parallel pin is connected as the 8th pin. So this is my 8th pin, 9th pin and 10th pin. So here in chart what is suggested, these two are input pins and this will be output pins. Again these two are input pins, this will be output pin and this will be the VCC. So same way we have to read the chart and place the ICs within this socket. Okay, so looking forward towards the working of this AND gate IC, what I told is the first thing we need to do is to connect VCC and ground. We know the 7 is VCC and the 14 pin is ground, right? The 14 pin is ground. So the 14 is top right corner. So here we can have the ground VCC connections on this board. So 14 is VCC is plus 5 volts, so I will connect it here, right? And the 7 is to be connected to ground. So now this IC can be used for rest of the operations. Now for checking this, the most important thing is whenever you are getting input output connections, we'll be using these patch cords. The first thing we have to do is we have to check whether these patch cords are faulty or correct. For that what we can do is directly connect that patch cord from the input to output and check whether whatever input is provided to that patch cord is same output is obtained at the output ends. So I have checked all these patch cords already to save time. So here I have connected this VCC and ground. The next thing is now if I connect input and output value. So I hope you remember the truth table of AND gate. Now for AND gate, here I will be using the first combination, that is 1 and 2 are input and third is output. So 1, the first pin, purposely I am keeping the color code over here. The yellow are for input pins. So these are the inputs, I can select any one of them. So the first input is connected here, the input is connected. I haven't placed any value over here, just the connection is made. Second pin is also an input pin, so I will connect it here. And the third pin where I can get output for the combination provided to these 2 pins. So I will connect it over here. Right, now I will switch on this particular digital trainer kit. Now I should get the proper functioning of AND gate. So for AND gate, if both are 0 0, now you can see 0 and 0 input values over here, right? If these two are input values which are connected to 0 0, I should get 0 as output. Any one input is 1 in AND gate, I will be getting output as 0. I kept the first input as 1, second input as 0. Still I am getting the output 0. I am changing the values. The second input is 1, first is 0. I am getting same, the output 0. But if both the inputs are 1, I will be getting I should get, yes, 1 as the output. Both zeros, 0. Right? So this way we are going to implement the circuits. Right? So you'll be using the digital trainer kit, different ICs to be mounted on the socket, patch cords to connect between input and output, and how the operation is to be or the work is to be get done. For that we need to follow some equations. Right? Now for the first assignment, we have a code conversion as our first assignment. So we have designed various code conversions like binary to gray, gray to binary, BCD to XS3 and XS3 to BCD. So we have the K-maps, the equations, everything in our hand. Even I asked you to, or we have discussed how the equations can be converted into their equivalent logical circuit design. Okay. Now I hope you understood the basic functionality of digital trainer kit. Now we'll move forward towards the first assignment, that is a code converter. Even if we have designed various code converters, binary to gray, gray to binary, BCD to XS3, XS3 to BCD, in lab we are going to implement BCD to XS3 and XS3 to BCD conversion. So I hope you have in your mind how the truth table is designed, and with the help of truth table how the values are kept into the K-map and how grouping is done, and based on that how equations are formed. So the first part is BCD to XS3. Now I hope you all have those equations in your hand. XS3, we are trying to get the XS3 beats from the BCD bits. So input will be my BCD and output will be XS3. So these equations are with you all. So I'm just copying it from the theory part. So E0 can be obtained by B0 bar, even this way. E2, we have identified this equation that can be simplified this way, and this will be my final equation for E2, and this is the equation for E3. Now based on that we know how this can be converted into the circuit. So this is what the equivalent circuit for these equations. Okay, so B0, B1, B2, B3 are the input lines, and from which I will be getting E0, E1, E2 and E3. So here we can see E0 can be, the first output bit can be obtained by B0 bar. So this is B0, this is not get connected to it, and directly I can get the E0. Even B1 XOR B0, actually it is B1 XNOR B0. So first of all I can get B1 XOR B0 and then connect to the NOT gate. So B1, this is B1 line, B0 line connected to XOR gate. So B1 XOR B0, then it is connected to NOT gate. I will be getting B1 XNOR B0. Talking about E2, the equation can be, the equation given is B2. Now this is what the equation, B2 XOR B1 plus B0, right? So the same thing can be done here. That is, first of all I have to have this particular part implemented, B1 plus B0. So that is OR gate. B1 plus B0 is done over here. Then that is to be given to the XOR gate, and the second input will be B2. So this we have done the E2 implementation or the designing part. Then talking about E3, E3 will have B0 plus B1, that already we have done it over here as an OR gate. The same connection is taken down, that is ANDed with B2, right? And then that B2 is ORed with B3, right? So we have already discussed this part in our theory part, that is if an equation is given, how that can be connected into the logical circuit. So the same thing I have used here, and this is what circuit in my hand. Now I have to use few of the charts given over here, because I will be using NOT gate, right? 2 NOT gates are required. I'll need 2 XOR gates, I'll need 2 OR gates and 1 AND gate, right? So I have to refer this chart now, because I have to mount these ICs containing NOT gate, XOR gate, OR gate and AND gate, right? So and we know that on each of the IC I will be having 4 AND gates, OR gate, XOR gates, but only for NOT gate I will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 NOT gates mounted in each of the IC. So here looking at this scenario, it is clear that for this implementation I'll need one XOR gate, one OR gate IC, one AND gate IC, and one NOT gate IC is sufficient. And amongst that 4 gates present on each of the IC, on XOR gate I'll be using only 2. Among 4 OR gates on the IC I'll be using only 2. So first of all I have to identify which of the combinations of this IC input output combinations I'll be using, and for that what I supposed to do is I have to mark the pin numbers over here, and it will be helpful for us for connections. Now I know that 7404, so I have to note it down somewhere that I will be using 7404, that is a NOT gate, and here among these 6 combinations I'll need only 2, right? So if I connect this input as first input, where I can get the output, I will be getting it at second, right? So if I provide input to the first pin of NOT gate, I will be getting output at second pin. Now here again, if I provide, I can use any of the combination. Now the first part is done, so I can use the second combination of input output 3 and 4. So I'll provide input to 3, I will be getting output at 4. Okay, so this is done for the NOT gate. Now next part I'll need XOR gate. Okay, so XOR gate IC is 7486. I just have to read this chart and place the values or the pin numbers over here. Now for 7486, if I'm using the first gate combination where 1, 2 are input, third is output. Okay, so I'll put it 1 and 2 are the inputs. I will be getting output at 3. Okay, so the first combination is done. So once I use one gate, I cannot use the same gate in the same circuit implementation. I have to go to the second combination or the second gate from the IC. Now this part is already used, so I can use any of these three combination. So I'll need one more XOR gate, so I can have this combination 4, 5 and 6. So I will be having 4th input, 5th input, and I will be getting 6th input over here, right? Now coming towards this part, OR gate. Now OR gate is 7432. Now for 7432 again I will need 2 OR gates. So I can use the first combination here. So I will put 1 and 2. I will be getting output on third. Now this is done. Again I will need one more OR gate. So I cannot use this part. I have to use this part or any of the part from this end. Okay. So this is 4, 5 and 6. Next, I'll need one OR gate. So, sorry, this is AND gate. So, the 4, 5 and 6 are here. 4 OR gate, 4, 5 and 6. Now, the next part remaining is an AND gate. So, here 7408 is an AND gate. So, again here I can use the first part 1, 2 and 3. So, this way I should find out the pin numbers referring to these charts in this circuit, and by referring the circuit design using or mapped with the pin numbers, it will be easy for me to design actual circuit. Okay. So this way we have identified the pin numbers and the gates required for implementation of BCD to XS3, right? So I'll need one XOR gate IC, amongst which I'll be using 2 XOR gates, one OR gate IC, 2 gates to be used, one AND gate IC, only one AND gate is to be used, one NOT gate IC, and I'll need only 2 NOT gates. So I have taken this XOR gate. Sorry. So XOR gate IC, this is 7486. Please note it down. These IC numbers are important as per your oral examination. So XOR gate 7486. So I have taken one 7486 IC. This is XOR gate. Then this is AND gate IC 7408, because I need one AND gate IC. I need one OR gate IC. So this is 7438 OR gate IC, and this is a NOT gate IC. I require 2 NOT gates over here. So this is 7404. Okay, 7486 XOR gate, 7408 AND gate, 7432 OR gate, 7404 NOT gate, and based on that I have marked the pin numbers over here. So I know I have already told you I have to mount it in these sockets. How? Keeping the semicircle notch at the upward side, holding it properly, pushing it down, XOR gate, AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. Okay, so you have to remember the sequence in which I have kept these ICs. Okay, this is important because I will be using them that way only. So check once if those are fixed, right? Now once ICs are mounted in the socket, the first thing I have to do is I have to connect their VCC and ground. So if you look at the if you observe all the ICs, the 7th pin is already for all the ICs, 7th pin is to be connected to ground and the 14th pin is to be connected to VCC. So I will do it for all the ICs. So 7 is ground, 14 is VCC, that means plus 5 volt. 7 is ground, 14 is VCC, 7 is ground, 7 is ground, and 14 is VCC. I hope you remember why this is considered as the 14th pin. Now all ICs are ready. Now we know that B0 is the LSB. So I will connect, and these are the inputs, B0, B1, B2. So this is what my input value is. The first input value is B0. So how I can get E0? B0 is to be connected to the first pin of NOT gate. Okay. So this is what my NOT gate is. XOR, AND, OR, and NOT. Okay. So it is to be connected to 1. And the output, that is the second pin on which I will be getting the output, and that to be connected to E0. So this is E2 and this will be my first output bit. Okay. Now after that, talking about A1. For A1, what I supposed to do? B0. So this is B0. I can connect it in sequence. So this B0 is to be given to the second pin of XOR gate. So this is what my XOR gate is. So the second pin of XOR gate. Then I have to connect B1 to the first pin of XOR gate. So this is B0, B1, B2, B3. Then this is B0, this is B1 is to be connected to the first pin of XOR gate. Right? Now I have to connect the third pin of XOR gate. Third pin of XOR gate is to be connected to the third pin of NOT gate. So this is what my NOT gate is. So, and after that, the fourth pin where I can find my output, and that is what my E1 is. So these are the pins where I can connect the output. I can get my outputs. So I'll put all red here for getting the outputs. So the fourth pin of NOT gate here will give me the E1 output. This part is done. Now about E2. Here B0 is to be connected. Now this is B0. So I can connect it over here because I have a B0 here. Again I can have B0 over here also. Okay, B0 is connected here. So I can either I can connect B0 here, here or here. Anything is allowed. So यहाँ पे भी मैं connect कर सकती हूँ. So B0 is to be connected to the first pin of OR gate. So this is XOR, and this is OR. So I'll connect it to the first pin of OR gate. Now B1 is to be connected to, now this is B1, it's to be connected to second pin of OR gate. Then the third pin is to be connected, third pin of OR gate. So this is OR gate, third pin is to be connected to the fourth pin of XOR gate. Now this is what my XOR gate is, the fourth pin of XOR gate, right? Now till this part we are done. So B2, the fifth pin of XOR gate will get the value from B2. So that is input. So B2 is the third input, and that is to be connected to the fifth pin of XOR gate, right? Now the output or the sixth pin of XOR gate will give me the third output bit, that is E2. So that is to be connected to the output. Okay. Now talking about the last bit over here. Now here we can see that the first pin of AND gate should get the value from third pin of OR gate. Okay. So this is what my AND gate is. The first pin will get the output from the connection from third pin of OR gate. So this is what my OR gate, this is my third pin. So it is to be connected from this. Third pin of OR gate is to be connected to the first pin of AND gate. Okay, this is my AND gate. Now after that we have to connect B2. That is the second input to B2 AND gate is B2 is to be connected to the second input of AND gate. Now the output we can obtain at third pin, and that is to be connected third AND gate ka third, that is this third is to be connected to the fourth pin of OR gate. So this is what my OR gate is. So this is connected to fourth pin. Okay. Then after that the fifth pin will get the input from B3. So this is what my B3 is, and that is to be connected to the, this is my OR gate, the fifth pin of IC OR gate, and from which I will be getting the sixth pin, which will provide me the fourth output bit pin. Okay. So by referring to this circuit design, by referring to the chart, the implementation is done. Let us see how I can get the work done. So this is for BCD to XS3 conversion, right? Right. So if BCD is 0, my XS3 is 3, right? Right. Now 1, that is 4, 2, 5, 3, 6, right? I am going to provide the input here, and I'll be able to see the outputs over here. So this is for converting BCD value to XS3. BCD is 0, the equivalent XS3 is 3. BCD is 1, equivalent XS3 is 1, 0, 0, that is 4. Now here it is B0, B1, B2, B3. Here it is E0, E1, E2, E3, right? So if it is 0, 0, 0, 1, it will give me 0, 1, 0, 0. 1 is converted as 4. So I have 2 as an input, that is 0, 0, 1, 0. I will get, this is equivalent 5, 0, 1, 0, 1. 3, I will be getting 6, 0, 1, 1, 0. This is MSB, this is LSB. Same way, this is MSB, this is LSB. Now if I have 4, 4 is converted into 4 plus 3, that is 7. Is it 7? 0, 1, 1, 1, that is 7, right? 5, that is 8. 6, 9, 7, 10, 8, 11 and 9, 12. As it is BCD, we have to stick till 0 to 9 only. Okay. So this is how we have implemented BCD to XS3 conversion. Okay. So important thing is we need to have an equation. Based on equation, we have to draw a circuit diagram. By referring to the chart, we have to put down the pin numbers to each of the gate combination, and just by following the pin numbers we have to connect them together, and just by providing the inputs over here with the help of zeros and ones, I will be getting the outputs at this end. Got it? So this is the BCD to XS3 conversion. We'll see XS3 to BCD as well. Okay. So I hope you understood this. Okay. So I will show XS3 to BCD in the next step. Okay. Now the next part is XS3 to BCD converter. So we have already designed or we have already obtained the equation for XS3 to BCD. Referring to the truth table, based on truth table we have mapped the values into the K-map. Grouping them together, we were able to find out the equations. Now these were the equations. I think I have gave this part as a homework to you, and I just mentioned these equations in my notebook. So the equations are with you. So these are the equations. This is the output, this is the input. XS3 will be my input and I will be getting BCD values as my output. So the B0 bit can be obtained with the help of E0 bar. B1 bit can be obtained with the help of XORing E0 and E1. B2, this is the equation. By applying the De Morgan's law, I will be able to solve or simplify it in this form. That is, B2 can be obtained by E2 XOR E1 bar plus E0 bar. So this is how it is simplified. And the B3 can be obtained with the help of this equation, E3 in bracket E2 plus E1 E0. So referring to these equations, the circuit is designed this way. Okay. So what is the task we have to do? The first task that we have to do is we have to find out the pin numbers over here. Okay. So this is what my circuit is. This is the chart we are going to refer. Now I'll need two NOT gates. So the input output combination will be, for NOT gate, first pin is input, second is output. The first and second. The next combination is 3 and 4. 3 is input, 4 is output. Then talking about XOR gate, I will need from XOR gate IC, I need only 2 XOR gates. So XOR gate IC is 7486. So I will be using these two combinations over here. 1, 2 input, 3 output. So 1, 2, 3 output. Here I can have 4, 5, 6 output. Right? Now I will need 2 OR gates. OR gate IC is 7432. I will be using these two combinations. So this is 1, 2, output is obtained at 3. Then 4, 5, the second combination, 4, 5 and 6. I'll need AND gate IC as well. For AND gate IC, I'll be using these two combinations. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Now referring to this pin numbers and the connections, I'll be able to design a circuit on this digital trainer kit. So this is in front of me, right? So I have already mounted these 4 ICs over here. This is XOR gate 7486 and OR and NOT 7404, 7432, 7408. I hope you remember all the IC numbers. These are important. The things to remember are the name or number of the ICs, pin, how many pins are there in each of the ICs. 7th pin is already VCC, 14th pin is always to be connected to ground, and what are the combinations. 1, 2 input, 3rd output, 4, 5 input, 6 output. But coming towards the right hand side, 8 is the output, 9, 10 input. So likewise we have to identify the chart. The chart is there for your reference. For NOT gate, single input, single output. So 1 input, 2 output, 3 input, 4 output. Likewise the gates are placed. So here for all the ICs, I will be having 4 gates mounted on the IC, but only for NOT gate I will be having 6 gates mounted on the IC. So the first thing we have to do is connection of VCC and ground. 7 pin is VCC and the 14 pin is ground. So I have to connect VCC and ground for each of the IC. Seven VCC and 7 ground and 14 VCC. Okay, now we are done with the basic part. Now here I will be having E0, E1, E2, E3 bits are as input bits, and we will be getting B0, B1, B2 and B3 as output bits. Okay, so let us start with E0. Now this is my E0, A1, E2, E3. I'll be connecting output to B0, B1, B2, B3. So this is MSB, this is LSB. Same way, this is MSB, this is LSB. So this is what my E0 pin is. So how I can get B0 from E0? Just by inverting it. So I have to connect the E0 pin to the first pin of NOT gate. So this is NOT gate. I have to connect it to the first pin. I will be getting output at the second pin, and that is what my B0 is. So this is my B0. Okay. Now next is for B1. I have to use E0 and E1, and those to be XORed. So the first value of this XOR gate is, the first pin is to be connected to E0. So this is what my E0 is. It is to be connected to the first pin number 1 of XOR gate. Then I'll be having E1. So this is my E1. It is to be connected to the second pin of XOR gate, and I'll be getting output at third pin of XOR gate, and that is what my B1 is. The third pin is to be connected to the B1, and that is what my output is. Now for B2, the E2 input is to be connected to the fourth pin of XOR gate. So this is what my XOR gate, the fourth pin, and this is what my E2 is. So this part is done. Now here for implementation of this part, E0 bar. So already we have E0 bar here at the second pin. So that E0 bar is to be connected to the first pin of OR gate. So this is what my OR gate is. So this E0 bar is to be connected to the first pin of OR gate. Okay. Now next, the second pin of OR gate, this is second pin of OR gate, is to be connected to the fourth pin of NOT gate. But what is to be connected at the third pin of NOT gate? That is E1. Okay. So I have to connect this E1 to the third pin of NOT gate. So this part is done, and whatever the output of this OR gate is, that is at third pin, is to be connected. The third pin is to be connected to the fifth pin of XOR gate. So this is OR gate. The third pin is to be connected to the fifth pin of XOR gate. And here the sixth pin, which is nothing but the output of this XOR gate, sixth pin is nothing but my B2. Right? So it is to be connected over here. This part, till this we are done. Okay. Now talking about B3. Now for B3 we'll need AND gate, right? So the first pin of AND gate will hold E0. So this is my E0. It is to be connected to the first pin of AND gate. Then what will be the second input for this AND gate? E1. So this is my E1. It is to be connected to the second pin of AND gate. Then the third pin of AND gate is to be connected to the fourth pin of OR gate. So this is OR gate. This is third pin of AND gate. This is to be connected to the fourth pin. Right? Then these two terms are done. So the sixth pin of OR gate, the fifth pin of OR gate is to be connected to E2. So this is what my E2 is. E2, it is to be connected to the fifth pin of OR gate. Now the sixth pin of OR gate, this is OR gate. The sixth pin is to be connected to the fourth pin of AND gate. So this is AND, this is fourth pin. Right? And my next input value E0. And this is my E3. E0, E1, E2 and E3. Now this E3 is to be connected to the fifth pin of AND gate. This E3 is connected to the fifth pin of AND gate. Right? And here I will be getting the output at AND gate sixth pin, and that is what my B3 is. Okay. So step by step, by referring to this, the pin numbers and the circuit diagram, we are able to connect this circuit. Let us see whether it is correct. Switch it on. Now providing the input values here, I'll be able to get the output over here. Okay. So as this 000 is not a valid XSC, so no need to worry about whatever output we are getting at this side. Because my XSC is starting from 0011. So the first input value is to be provided at this end is 0011. And what will be my BCD equivalent to that? If XS3 is 0011, my equivalent BCD is 0000. If I provide 4, it should give me 1, right? 0001. 5, it is 0010, right? 6, 0011. 7, 0100. Right? 8, 0101. That is 8 equivalent BCD is 5, and 9, it should give me 6, right? 10, 7, 11, 8 and 12, 9. As XS3 is converted from BCD, the range of XS3 is from 3 to 12 and the equivalent BCD is till 9 only. The previous part and the next part, that is after 9 and after this 12 to the XS3, these are invalid values. I hope you remember all these things. So this is how we are able to implement the code converter BCD to XS3 and XS3 to BCD. Please keep in mind, you should remember the IC numbers. You have to refer the chart. Based on that chart, whatever equations we obtain, we have to design a circuit, and within that circuit we have to identify or map the pin numbers. Referring to those pin numbers, we have to connect these ICs together with the help of these patch cords. Important thing is, whenever you mount IC on this socket, the first thing you have to do is the connection of VCC and ground. Unless and until these are connected to VCC and ground, you will not be able to get the operation done. So I hope you understood what code converters are.